Hello everyone, my name is Veritas and welcome back to Destiny. Now today is Tuesday, reset day. That means all of your activities have been reset, new modifiers in playlists, new featured raid, new activities, less activities than last week, fun stuff like that. So let's start off with the Crucible. The featured playlist this week is Mayhem Clash. If you didn't get enough Mayhem Clash last week when it was also Iron Banner, you can now play Mayhem Clash again this week. This will give you your first Age of Triumph treasure box, your Triumph box can come from here. The first 3 of these you complete will give you 10 marks each for a total of 30 there. The regular Crucible playlist will give you 15 marks for completing those as well. So have fun with that nonsense. Enjoy your Mayhem Clash there for your first treasure box. Moving into the weekly story playlist, we have Solar Burn and Brawler. Solar Burn increases the solar damage from all sources by double, so all Solar Burn will double damage, so weapons, abilities, things like that. You also take double damage, and Brawler means that Guardian melee damage is greatly increased, so have fun punching things with solar melees. Age of Triumph treasure box here on your first completion, as well as 20 marks for your first 5 completions, total of 100 marks there. Moving into Siva Crisis Heroic, we have Heroic, Solar Burn, Specialist, and Fresh Troops. Solar Burn means that solar damage does double from all sources. Specialist means your special weapon does 30% bonus damage, while your primary and heavy do 30% reduced damage. And Fresh Troops means there's more stuff to kill in enemy troop movements. I recommend running a chest piece that has Solar Burn protection. It looks something along the lines of this. Solar Burn Defense reduces incoming Solar Burn damage. What this does is negates the doubling effect of Solar Burn, so you take normal solar damage and you still get to do double Solar Burn damage. So I recommend finding a chest piece with that on it. It's on raid chests, other chests. Most legendary chest pieces have some kind of solar or void or arc burn defense. I recommend finding something like that for this week, specifically for Solar Burn. The first one you complete of this will give you a Triumph treasure box. Have fun with that. The first 3 will give you 10 marks each, total of 30 there. I recommend running the, if you have one, I strongly recommend running the Lord of Wolves. This thing is technically a pulse rifle, even though it's a shotgun, so it skated past the shotgun nerf that removed critical hits. So you end up being able to do critical damage with this thing. It's a special weapon and does solar damage. It's very, very strong in the strikes this week. The perks on it are not super impressive, but the damage this thing can do, especially with Specialist and Solar Burn, is quite insane, especially with it being able to retain its critical headshots. Very, very good for bosses, very good at melting enemies. It basically one-shots wizards and knights. It's very good. I recommend picking one up if you have one from your kiosk. Otherwise, go find one in the Prison of Elders. I recommend running one of those above all else this week. The Heads and Vengeance also is very fun, and the Genesis Chain Adept version is also very fun as well. But Lord of Wolves, definitely a must for this week. Solar Burn Specialist. Moving into the Nightfall Strike this week, it is Winter's Run or Archon Priest. I believe it, I don't know if it's Nixus or if it's the Archon Priest, not entirely sure. But the modifiers there are Specialist, Chaff, Ironclad, and Exposure. Specialist means your special weapon does bonus damage while your primary and heavy do reduced damage. Chaff means you have no radar. Ironclad means that more enemies have shields. And Exposure means that you have lots of shields, but they don't ever regenerate, so have fun with that. First one you complete, in general, will give you a skeleton key. Unknown rewards there. Anything that can drop from a Nightfall will drop from that. The Nightfall Strike Horde does have a chance to drop the Stolen Will Shotgun, or in fact it will drop the Stolen Will Shotgun because it's the only reward that can come from that chest. So if you want a nice shotgun, go ahead and pick that up. That with full auto is pretty nice for PvE. Moving into the featured raid this week, the featured raid is Wrath of the Machine, so Vosik and Axis challenge modes are active there. Enjoy those challenge modes. I know I won't later this week. I'm trying to get those done, try to get that raid Sparrow. It's pretty neat looking. Raid set gear, unknown rewards, and Triumph ornaments from your completions, 1 for each challenge and 1 in total for completing, so 3 available there for your characters. Be mindful they only stack to 10, they do not go to your postmaster, so make sure you have at least 3 slots available on the characters you're running the raid on. Total of 9 there for all 3 of your characters if you happen to have 3. Moving into the Reef this week, head to the Vestian Outpost and talk to Petra Venge. She will have some taken bounties for you. Those can be completed for Queen's Wrath bounty reputation, and that can give you Queen's Wrath gear upon level up. While you're there, go ahead and talk to Varix and get your Elder Sigil as well as your Prison of Elder bounties. Once you've grabbed all that, go ahead and head back to the Director and go to the Prison of the Elders. Challenge of Elders this week, Catapult, Melee Kill bonus, and Small Arms there. Catapult means your grenade ability comes back very quickly. Melee Kill bonus means you get bonus points for your Sigil from melee kills, and Small Arms means Your primary weapon is bonus damage, while your special and heavy do reduce damage. Rewards there, legendary engram on your first completion, as well as 30 marks for your first 3 in total. Have fun with that. Moving into the tower this week, go ahead and go down and talk to Lord Shax. He has 2 Crucible bounties for you, weekly Crucible bounties, one for Clash, one for Rift. Those drop Nightfall tier rewards, so be sure to get those done. Mayhem Clash makes that very easy. While you're there, talk to Commander Zavala and get your 3 weekly Vanguard Elite bounties, the Sunrise of which can drop the Year 3 Exotic Sniper Rifle, Icebreaker. Good luck on that. Once you've done all of those things, go ahead and head to Earth. We will talk about the bounties and the quest lines you can get in the Iron Temple if you have Rise of Iron, which you should, and I will see you in the Iron Temple in just a moment. Alright, here we are in Felwinter Peak, the Iron Temple. Go ahead and talk to Shiro 4. He will have a quest line and a couple bounties for you. Very lucrative bounties, as always. I recommend doing the Nightfall before any of your activities that can give you experience or reputation, especially reputation. Iron Lord bounties this week for public events in the Plague Lands, killing fallen majors and ultras in the Plague Lands, Servitor and Vandal Archon Forge in encounters there. Go ahead and pick those up and do them. 638 roughly reputation there, doing those with the Nightfall buff. Always recommend getting the Nightfall buff first. He also has a quest line called This Corrupted Land, Plague Lander. This is for doing patrols in the Plague Lands, 15 in total. Of those need to be 5 kill patrols, 3 assassinations, and 3 quarantines. Assassination is VIP. Enjoy that. About 1,000 experience there for your Vanguard, and whatever that is for your faction, half of that. Multiply by the Nightfall buff. Lots of stuff there. Always recommend doing it. Gives you some legendary engrams as well. Always a good idea to talk to Shiro and get his stuff done. Those bounties in quest line will give you a lot of reputation for the week, level you up at least once every week. Very good there for faction leveling. Come up here and talk to Tyra Karn. She will have a quest line for you as well. It's called Artifacts of the Iron Lords. This is for doing noble deeds in the Plague Lands. That's basically killing everything in the Plague Lands that you can see. Very easy to get done while doing Shiro's bounties and questline as well. Once you've done that, you will get an Iron Lord Legacy. That is a token you can use to purchase her Iron Lord artifacts that give you special bonuses. Memory of Felwinter, Memory of Temur, and Memory of Perun this week. Of the available ones, I recommend holding on to your Legacy token. These ones available here aren't very good. Stat rolls in the top right if you are curious. Felwinter doesn't really count because it's kind of weird and broken. But Temur and Perun, not great artifacts in general. None of these really are. I don't recommend picking up any of these this week. Hold on to your Legacy token for next week when she's selling Memory of Yolder, if she is. I always recommend picking up Memory of Yolder when she's selling that one. That's about everything we need to worry about for the weekly reset. Now let's go ahead and do the fun part, which is opening boxes and hoping we get some new stuff. My inventory is very full, but let's hope we get some good stuff. These boxes, Age of Triumph treasure boxes or Treasure of Ages, contain everything ever in a treasure box or Eververse really, as well as this little assortment of new things here. We've got a lot of this stuff so far. I think about maybe half of these things, a little bit less than half. We need some armor, we need some ships, we need some ornaments. I really want some armor though. That'd be great. A graceful sneeze. We got the dab emote. It's time to stop with the dab emote. Next box gives us nothing, something in the postmaster there. I'm assuming an emote as well. And the last box we have this week will award us with a Stroke of Midnight. That's my favorite activity, the Stroke of Midnight. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's in the postmaster. I'm assuming it's all emotes and stuff we already had, or don't really want because it kind of filled up our inventory. So we got the Trotting Dance and the Pumped Up emote as well as an engram. That's not from that though. So we got emotes this week. Lots of emotes. Nothing good, unfortunately. That's sad. But that's going to be it for me for your weekly reset. I hope you guys found this useful or helpful. Enjoy your Mayhem Clash nonsense. Enjoy your solar burn. Very, very solar burn focus this week. Like I said, I recommend picking up a Lord of Wolves from your kiosk or going and getting one from the Prison of Elders. Very, very fun weapon to mess around with this week. Or using any kind of solar primary. Hezen Vengeance is nice, so is Yallarhorn. Anything like that. Sleeper Simulant, things like those. Solar burn things are very fun, but Lord of Wolves especially, I can't stress it enough how fun Lord of Wolves is this week, with Solar Burn and Specialist especially. That's going to be it for me, though, for your weekly reset. I will see you guys on Friday for the Zur video, talking about what he has, maybe, and that's going to be it for me. If you want to see other stuff I do, solo and co-op, links in the description, as well as ones to Twitter and Twitch if you want to follow me over there. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, very much appreciated. And yeah, as always, until next time.